Just getting another project underway. It's pulled a bit of timber out, a slab out of the rack, and really all I want to do is I want to try and achieve something I haven't done before. And this piece of Corunda Guangdong, I think it is, not too sure. Anyways, it's been sitting in the rack, it's nice and dry. Going to see if I can make up a Waterfall console table, hall table. So primarily we'll cut a right angle off there, so the whole idea is that the effect of the timber grain flows over the side of the, and that'll become the leg, and this will be the top. And well, we'll see what it looks like anyway. It might be this end is the leg, who knows. Well, so just gotta try and get things started and work it out. Okay, so what we've done is resolved to just take the live edges off it. This is a bit of a trial run, so I'm not too concerned about the feature of the live edges just at the moment. I might be able to use those for something, but really I've just cleaned that up, and we'll get a bit of a better look and feel. I think we'll cut off around here somewhere and make this the leg, the waterfall leg, and we'll have to fashion something for the leg on the other end. Okay. Okay, so the whole idea of the waterfall table is to have the timber grain matching up as it flows over the table. So this is the underside of the table. Getting this perfect 45 is just took about a day to calibrate my my machinery, my table saw back here, the old Carpetech. So they come out of the box pretty good, but when you want this to be pretty much perfect, a perfect 45, if you know, I'll just stand this up. I know it's a bit of a blunt blade there, but that won't matter too much. We'll stand this up. We've got best joint I can find. That is near on. Let me just get that there a little bit. That just sitting there, near on perfect. Well, it is pretty perfect. Let's face it. So, well, it's pretty much a butt joint. I'll put a couple of dominoes in there, hopefully, try and get a couple in there, and glue that together, leave that overnight, and then we'll get the rest of it should be pretty easy. Just got to get sanding and get the legs, the other end of the table, console table. We'll find a leg or put something together for that. So we'll see how we go with that. Okay, so just having a look at a dry fit here. I've got a couple of cut off domino joints there. It probably doesn't give us too much integrity in the joint. It'll all be subject to the quality of the glue, which is a resin glue I'm using. It's a marine grade resin glue. The boat builders use it. So I'm going to see how that goes. The dry fit, the dominoes there are really just for alignment. So once I get some clamping pressure on, they won't slide up and down. So I'll just, as I'm doing it, I'll be recording it, so I'll let you know. Okay, so I didn't get that glue up on tape. Unfortunately, I've been just trying to work out what the hell we were doing. So I've got, as you can see, I've got cauls on here, which give me a nice bit of clamping pressure on the joint. It's a nice neat joint. I made sure my right angle there was pretty damn good. So just put that on there, and you can see for yourself. Well, clamps in the way there, but that's pretty good. All I have to really worry about now is to leave that sit overnight, test out the joint. I'm going to do some more testing with the glue, which I've got a little pot there. I'll make up some more butt joints and see how that goes. Okay, so here we go. We've got stage 2 complete of the waterfall table. It's a bit of a trial run, this one, at Earl Hill Studios. Getting my head around getting that angle right, as well as getting a nice piece of timber up. So I've got a little bit of put a bit of moisture on that just to let it, so I can show you how it's going to pop out. Pretty happy with the joint. I'll just try and roll it over, but it's nice and square. And I've just got to clean all that up a little bit in there. I think I'll probably end up putting a bit of just something to support that a little bit better. A couple of little angle brackets or something. And so I just want to cut a mitre along here, a chamfer along the edges here. This softens up the edges a little bit and makes it look a little bit smart. A little bit contemporary. So here we go. So we just got to cut these chamfers, bevels into the corner. A little trim router won't get in fast, close enough in there, so a little bit of fine work. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more integrity on this joint, the all special little waterfall joint. So you can see here, we've got a nice square, nice angle, 90-degree angle. But what we need to do is get that joint schmicko. So yeah, we'll glue and screw some coils in there. Okay, so we've got our job here ready to start sanding. We've got the big finishing sander here with, we'll go up through the grits, 120, 150, 180 and up to 240 on the underside. And once we get the table flipped over, we'll go up to 400, and I'll be applying organ oil, which is kind of a local product I can buy locally, which is ideal. It's largely tung oil, so new product that I'm using, and we'll just have a look and see how it all goes. So yeah, in the meantime, we'll get this underway. Let me just turn this around so we can have a better idea of what we're looking at. This side here, of course, will have to be done up nicely. That's going to be the face of the feature of the whole waterfall. So there we go. And of course, quite a lot of hand sanding to do to get in those little tiny little cracks and crevices right in the back here. Not that critical because it's all going to be underneath. This is the underneath part, so I'd say it has to be anything special. No one's going to be looking up underneath unless, of course, they might be lost down there or drunk. Okay, so at this point, we're ready to start applying the finish. Obviously, we'll do the underside first, and then we'll roll that over. Product I'm using is Organ Oil Hard Burnishing Interior Surface Sealer. I've only used it a few times so far, but it's a little bit old school and there's a little bit more process involved. But have a look at that. Just beautiful. The smell is just delightful. I'll give you a close-up look at this a bit later, but in the meantime, we've got to burnish this on. It's a bit of a process. I'll take you into that in a minute. I've got the burnishing brush. Okay, so I'll get the brush in. And there we go. Right, here's the special bit. This one's been sanded down to 400 grit. I think you're supposed to get this coat on, and then to get a really nice satin finish, we'll need to continue on with the burnishing up to like a wet and dry finish. We'll see how we go. I think this might be adequate, to be honest. It's once this soaks in, it's pretty damn good. It might be a little bit more of a matte finish, but there's nothing wrong with that. And I think just as a trial run with all this stuff, just want to get it done and finished. I've got a few other things to get on with. To spin that round so have a bit of a look. As you can see, the finish here, just a nice little bit of fiddleback right there. And that's just going to, oh, those lights aren't helping, are they? Beautiful big knot there. That's where a bough of the tree has come off. And of course you got the waterfall grain, a waterfall finish. Just beautiful. And that really does look like a little stream waterfall into a little pond down the bottom there. Okay, so put the first coat on, and we've done about 30 minutes now. So they say what we need to do is put another very light coat on, and screwing that grain is just popping out beautifully. Just going to try and get a satin finish on here, just with that little bit of fiddleback in there. It'll just come up so much nicer, just almost to a gloss finish, but going to be beautiful. That'll be right, a little bit of horsehair. Okay, 400 grit. That's actually what I'm looking for, is a slurry, forming a slurry on the surface. That's like an oily slurry. It also takes up the wood dust in the finished product and just grounds it all in. So we just clean up that oil, remnants of the oil, with a bit of soft, not cloth paper, tissue paper really. Okay, so I'm done with the initial process. That's got a lovely finish on it. I'll just get that and show you. So there we go, all the way through. I've got that light, there's a bit of light in the front there, but I'll just turn that round. Workshop lighting is not the best, but never mind. And once again, there you go, you can see that waterfall. It's just beautiful.